71st Republic Day of India, it is time to re-script our understanding. It is time to understand the real meaning of Republic. Independence Day was about celebration, but Republic Day is about introspection. Independence Day was when India got Swaraj, freedom from colonial rule. Whereas Republic Day is a transformation of Swaraj. Swa is self, Raj is governance. It's transformation of self-governance, Swaraj to Suraj, that is good governance. So even in a spiritual sense, Republic Day is an individual blossoming. It's the individual phenomena of ultimate blossoming. So today in our presentation, we aim to bring about the real essence of Republic Day.
Freedom in mind, strength in words, pureness in birth, pureness in blood, pride in our hearts, zeal in our soul. Let's salute our India on this very Republic Day. India became a sovereign democratic republic on Jan 27, 1950. Republic, what does it mean? Republic is a form of government where the supreme power is held by the people who select their desired representatives to rule the country. It's not just an Indian festival, it is more. On this very day, India got the Constitution written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. India got a free nation on 15th August 1947, but the true spirit of independence came when the Constitution of India was written on Jan 26, 1950. To move ahead, thanks to these such great souls and the inspiring video which gave a brief that how this idea was being conceived by B.R. Ambedkar. A salute of 21 guns and the unfurling of Indian national flag by Dr. Rajendra Prasad marked the historic beginning of India's first Republic Day on 26 January 1950. Since then, this day is celebrated with happiness and pride all over the country. Every year the celebration takes place at New Delhi. The main highlight of the celebration is the Republic Day Parade. The parade features the displays from Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. The parade also includes colorful floats from different Indian states. Let us now go back in time and witness some of the glimpses from India's first Republic Day, 1950.
On 26 January 1950. India's first Defence Minister Baldev Singh and Law Minister Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, among others.
A proud moment indeed. Let us now remember what B.R. Ambedkar Constitution spoke about. There were many stunning facts about this constitution. The original constitution of India was originally handwritten by Prem Naren Raizada in a flowing italic style using a beautiful calligraphy. It was being beautified and decorated by the artist from Shantiniketan. The original copies of the Indian Constitution was written in Hindi and English, and it was being kept in a special filled helium case in the Parliament of India. The world's largest Indian Constitution had in its Article 448 articles were there in 25 parts and 12 schedules were being written. It was the most longest handwritten constitution in any sovereign country in our world. The Constituent Assembly first met on December 9, 1946. It precisely took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. When this draft was being prepared, it was being discussed and debates took place where over 2,000 amendments were being made. Finally, it was being revised and it was being published. In the drafting committee and after it was being passed in the Constituent Assembly, there were 284 members who signed the Constitution of India. It is a pride that among them 15 women were also the part of it. And finally, the Constitution of India came into existence and force. Now, let us see what was an idea, what was the real intent when this Constitution took place.
Having understood the facts about the Constitution, it becomes all the more important to have a clear understanding and the interpretation of the Constitution as envisioned by our leaders. India is marching forward, but though India is marching forward, it becomes all the more important for us and it is our responsibility, to move from a shallow understanding to a concrete understanding about Republic Day. So let's look at this semi-fictional play by our team.
Good morning, Janta. You're all welcome to this amazing debate show. So today, for understanding how important the Constitution is, today we have called a very special guest. So the guest is our own local leader, our own Minister Ji. So Minister Ji will come and we will have a debate on that. So let us have a big round of applause for Minister Ji. Please sit. Thank you, sir. Now, the expert for today, he's a PhD, he's an engineer, a scholar, and a reformer. He has worked on various things about Constitution. He is the greatest expert on the Constitution. He has worked closely with the principles of Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. Let us welcome our experts. Can we have a good round of applause? So as we begin this debate, let me tell you the format of this debate. I'll be asking him a question and then
Hello? I am going to BK News Channel. But there is some great personality who has come to talk to me on the Constitution. Now you know, I eat in the Constitution. I drink in the Constitution.
He sleeps in the Constitution as well.
बच्चे ट्यूशन गए हैं बाद में फोन करते हैं ओके
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Let us ask you the first question. So, sir, according to you, what is development?
Easy question. See, development is development. High city Wi-Fi. 2G, 3G, 4G, 3 BHK, 4 BHK.
Yeah, अभी लिया.
Private plane. 1,000 crore project, 10,000 crore project.
प्रोसेस में एकदम
प्रोसेस में है. देखो डेवलपमेंट. टूरिज्म, मोर टूरिज्म. अरे इंडिया गोइंग हायर एंड हायर.
कैमरा है, जानता है, बैठ जाओ.
Sir, sorry, under my show, please. Okay, what you say, that is a right thing about development. Infrastructure, technology, yes, it's a important part of development. But
बिल्कुल.
when Constitution was made, what was the vision of development of India? Let us ask our expert. So,
so long as the social liberty is not provided to you, whatever the development is provided by the law is of no avail to you. True development is when all classes, castes and religions progress together so they can achieve together in the growth of the country. Any other thing on the name of the development is just a sham.
beautiful answer. Can we have a big round of applause for the gentleman? That is what is a true definition of development.
Okay. That is a good answer, but I don't have time. Ask me next question.
Okay, fine, sir. So let us move forward to the next question. So, according to you, what is the role of a leader in the society?
In the society,
Yes.
I am the leader of the society, and the whole society is like my children. I take good care of them. I give them shelter. I give them food to eat. Make the KFC. I provide everything. That is like a good leader. And one day I will make the India proud. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
कहाँ बोले मतलब एकदम
नहीं क्या बोले बताओ. इंग्लिश आता तुमको?
तो समझना है पर अच्छे बोलोगे.
अच्छा बोले.
Okay, good. So yes, of course, this is what is the understanding of what the leader should do. He should provide services. He should be for his people, and he should be able to understand the pain of the people. But this is, I think, it's not a complete understanding. So let us go understand. When the constitution was made, what was the idea behind how a leader should be, how a person who takes the responsibility as a reformer, how he should conduct himself.
One cannot have respect for men, those who take the position of reformation and refuse to see the consequences of that position, let alone following them out in action. A great man is different from an eminent one, in that he is ready to face the consequences. A true leader's life is to not put the posters all around, but put hopes in hearts of the people. That is what should make India proud.
Indeed, sir, indeed. That God would make India proud. When each man has hope in his heart and is able to achieve his highest potential.
Okay, that is a brilliant answer. I understand. But I am not liking this. Lalan, talk to me.
बबुआ
Hey, what is it?
कहाँ दिक्कत है तुमको? अरे भैया जी से वो सवाल पूछो ना जो उनको पता है. वो पूछने का क्या मतलब है जो उनको पता ही नहीं है.
क्या बोल रहे हो?
कुछ नहीं पता है बता पूछो.
हाँ, पूछो.
Okay. Sir, this is your last warning. Please, Janta is watching.
Namaste.
Okay, sir, my question to you is, according to you, sir, how should life be?
Life. What is written in the great Bhagavad Gita? Do your work. Don't think about buying the fruits. Life should be great. Life is all about having good family. Have a luxurious car. Take the family to the restaurant. Go to international trips. Have more tourism. India will have revenue. That is life.
Yes. That's called Madhani life.
Hey, what happened to my Lalan? What happened?
कहाँ बोले मतलब हम सोचे कि हम समाधि ले लें अभी.
Body. He also understood the meaning of life.
Interesting. As you explained, life is live in the moment, forget about tomorrow. Manchani life. Right now have fun, but what will happen later? Leave it on somebody else. Yes, that kind of definition is hot in the market, everybody is buying that. But do we have a definition for the future? Do we have a plan? Is there something that you see? Is there a vision? When the constitution was made, there was a vision. It was made for us. Now the constitution makers, most of them might not be alive, but we are still the part of the future that they envision. So let us ask, what is life according to the constitution?
I wonder what has happened to the country. Life should be great rather than long. One should believe in living a respectable life. One should believe in self-help, which is the best help. Netaji, law and order are the medicines of body politics. When body politics gets sick, medicine must be administered.
True. When the body politic gets sick, medicine should be administered. That is the true thing. Can we have a big round of applause for our expert?
Okay. Listen, I am politician. And I am sorry, but I am not liking this. Okay? Who is he? Tell me, who is he? I am the politician. I eat in the constitution. I drink in the constitution. Sleep.
But never read the constitution.
But I am not understanding. You are in the favor of him. Who is he?
You don't know who is he?
Who is he?
He's the greatest expert. He's the greatest expert on the constitution. He knows the principles of the great father of the constitution, Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar.
I know. He is the god of the constitution. Sir, I will give a ticket, sir. I am the local leader, sir. I will give a ticket of my party. Sir, sorry. Sorry, sir. Sir, very sorry.
So can you see what happened there? Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar said himself, if the constitution is misused, I will be the first person to burn it. He said this because constitution was made with respect. So let me leave you with a question. How many of us know what our rights and responsibilities are? What are the laws that govern us? How much do we know about them? Or do we leave it to somebody else to explain it to them and execute for us? We belong to the greatest democracy in the world. So Janta, take responsibility. Be a great, informed, good, democratic citizen. Thank you very much.
This was on a very light note. But what do we take from here? The Act tried to show that somehow the Constitution is getting diluted. And it is time that we as responsible, informed, ethical citizens understand the laws, the Constitution, understand, elect the vote for the right leader, and only then it will make a difference. It is time we realize that republic is the voice of the people, and it is the highest form of democracy with the highest level of maturity. The real meaning as came out from here was India being republic meant social and economic equality, the state as a public institution, an active and public-spirited citizenship, and separation of powers. So let's understand that we have the voice. It is with the voice. The voice of the country is with the people, with Republic.
Very true, Anuprabha ma'am. We as Indian citizens should be aware about our rights and responsibilities. Now it's time to refresh our memories and witness some of the greatest achievements of India so far. To begin with, India was the only country in the world to give all its adult citizens right to vote from its very first general election in 1951-52. In spite of being such a culturally diverse country in terms of its beliefs, values, traditions, culture, India stood strong as a united country in the world, even after 71 years of being independent republic. And this is surely one of our biggest achievements. To add on, India used to import food grains from outside and even depend on international food aid. Thanks to the advent of Green Revolution, India not only became self-sufficient but also started to export food outside. India ranked fourth in terms of its military power, and today we have one of the most envious space programs in the world. Till date, we have launched lunar and Mars missions and also missions on Moon, that is the Chandrayaan 1 and 2. Going further, what can be considered as one of the most powerful tools of Indian citizens was passed in the Parliament in 2009, that is Right to Information Act. This is surely a feather in the cap of Indian democracy and made India one of the most transparent governance systems in the world. Another achievement was the passing of Right to Education Bill, which made education as the fundamental right to bridge the gap between all the classes. India is predicted to be the only country in South and West Asia to have equal proportion of boys and girls in primary as well as secondary education. Now, to witness some of the recent achievements of India, let us watch a small video.
गलती करते शत्रु पे
shows how India is progressing undoubtedly. We have heard and have been reminded again and again by our very own president of our school, the powerful prediction made by Arnold Toynbee that India, the conquered, will conquer her conquerors in the 21st century, and it seems to be happening soon. With this feeling of pride, let us have a look at the wonderful dance performance commemorating the 71st Republic Day of India.
I'm sure we're getting goosebumps looking at the spirit of the celebration. This is what keeps India going. Sabse aage honge Hindustani, undoubtedly. As we move forward, we, the people, should take a vow today that we will not only focus on our rights, but also our duties. In fact, the preamble of the Constitution also begins with the stirring words, that is, we, the people of India. So it all rests on we, the people. We should introspect about our behavior. Do we abide by the laws of the land? Do we cooperate with the authorities in the proper organization of civic life? Do our businesses follow ethics of enterprise? Do we keep our streets, our surroundings clean, and such other questions? Each one must ask ourselves what John F. Kennedy asked his countrymen. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask instead what you can do for your country. If each one of us asks ourselves, what can I do for the betterment of my country? I think the world will be really, our India will be a very healthy democratic republic. Contribution is the greatest rent that we need to pay for living on this planet Earth. And as teachers of Victoria's Kids Educares, we have a greater responsibility towards education. We should aim at little things like creating a sense of pride in the minds of our students with respect to the time-tested medical system of India, Ayurveda. The rich cultural diversity, be it food, music, dance, tourism, advancement of technology, and above all, spiritual heritage of India, yoga and Vedanta. We are lucky we have VK. VK is a good platform for us where we have IB curriculum coupled with Vedanta. So in this way, we should do our bit towards contributing in creating compassionate leaders and thus creating a better nation, a better Bharat. So before we conclude our presentation, can we all stand up for a minute, wherever we are, close our eyes, and let us reflect. Close our eyes, let us reflect and make a strong positive affirmation that I am going to make a difference in the life of my students and create compassionate leaders towards contributing and building a better Bharat. Jai Hind.